Zomato's internal chaos. Bro, Zomato's management is not letting me order from.
To not let Swiggy packets and Zepto packets enter the premise itself.
Founders after DLF Camellia and IPO.
Only you will think like this, bro, Saksham. I knew you will say something like this.
Geomart is coming.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Indian Startup Desktop. Let's go.
Hello.
Namaste dosto.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so below. Alright, let's get started with the usual funny shit from this week. Bro, I just wanted an internship. Tell us about your recent trauma that has shaped your values.
Oh god. Things you have to do for an unpaid internship in India.
Bangalore needs Anand Sukta Tigers outlet, not Comet.
I think it needs Comet also, bro. Honestly, there's a new Comet's first store open right here in Indranagar on the 100 feet.
That's
And I
the
must say, I did not expect the store to be that good. Like, it's done beautifully. And for the price these guys offer, I think it's great.
Gold Gasm. Indian uncles after gold hits.
Namaskara losers, Uncle Ramurthy here. Today I'm not
what
just
Pete,
rich,
what
I'm
SIP,
really
what
rich, you
crypto,
bitch.
what
Gold
mutual fund. Your mom's portfolio is still much appreciated now than yours. Just gold.
To no hikes this year. One of my acquaintances works at TCS. She was not given a hike this year. The reason? You are from a rich family. You don't need a hike. Wow. Moving on to the coolest Uber ride ever. Literally traveling in a 1 BHK today. Hands down the coolest Uber ride ever. Wow. Damn nice,
Wow.
dude. I love
This
things
is,
like this.
this is so heartening to see. I like that he's doing things, everything is for free, and like there is an option to donate for children's education and stuff. Like it's amazing.
Moving on to IAM, India's top 1%.
Kalesh, let's go.
And these are top business graduates of our country. Very
I
interesting.
read
Right.
I read a tweet that said, "No IMA here. They're still above IM B and C."
Future McKinsey consultants negotiating client fee. Okay, moving on to our weekly chatter, revenue generation software.
Wow, this is what we needed.
Ex-Meta engineer raises 14 million for Lace AI, a revenue generation software startup. Guys, hear me out, okay? What if we could build startups that actually generate revenue? Sounds crazy, right?
Are you talking about Rahul Gandhi's startup? इस तरफ से आलू डालो, इस तरफ से सोना निकलेगा.
No, but this actually blew up for all the wrong reasons. Because people thought that this startup raised money just to generate revenue, but they actually help service companies increase their revenue. So I think people are just dunking on this for no main reason. Dude, this is crazy if this is true. But apparently, like an electrician, he self taught himself how to build an app. And then he built a guide and forum app for electricians, which basically helps them as they navigate through their work. Pretty insane, right?
Wow, this is amazing. This is too good.
Crazy, dude. Like the way things are progressing with AI, this is the real benefit that India needs to take out of it.
I like the name also. Help, bro. Technician
Help, bro.
community.
Help, bro. Nice.
Very nice. But you
Okay.
know what was sad to see was like this. He's still getting a lot of hate in the comments, and I don't know why. Like there is absolutely no reason to do this.
Oh, really? Where?
Yeah,
What kind of hate?
या सी डू डीएसए ऐप डेव से कुछ नहीं होता यहाँ सब्जेक्ट ऐप डेव का है फिर भी अच्छे से नहीं आता लाइक इट जस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ
Wait,
शिट
Moving on to a personal attack. A profession is not a personality. Reducing yourself to any single characteristic, whether it be your title or your job performance, is a deeply damaging act. This is actually a good topic for us to discuss. Pavan Saksham, you guys want to go first?
why you hurt me like that bro
I think so. It is true if you are not so binded with your job as a description or what you are doing as a person, right? If someone is feeling that, it's fine. You don't need to feel that about yourself. It's okay. I pity on Ayush.
No, I actually think this is a bigger problem than we realize, right? When everybody's working in high impact roles at high growth startups, companies, etc., it's very natural to attach your entire personality to your job profession, your industry, and basically like when you explain yourself, you'll always say, "Oh, I'm a fintech bro," or "I'm a tech bro," "I'm a PM bro." Like it's very natural to do that. But I think the larger point is that if you forget who your personality is and you basically attach it to what you do on a daily basis, that is always more damaging in the long term than people realize. And I think that's what this post essentially talks about.
A lot of it also happens little subconsciously, right? Like by default, if work is what you're spending the most amount of time at in a week, you do end up talking about it, and subconsciously it does become your personality. Right? Because you are in tech, you will be called a tech bro. If you are in finance, by default, you do become a finance bro. Because it's not like in India, either ways, people are following their passion. Like it's a rarity for people to actually follow their passion, and everyone's work only becomes their identity to some extent.
Cool. Moving on to our weekly feed. Rahul Mathur for the win. Look at this. I want to be a VC so that I can brainstorm and help founders, says the pre AI overpaid midwit with his IIT IIM degree and a 2 year PowerPoint monkey stint at an MBB firm. This product of human civilization has never sold a thing in his life, but has been all sorts of fanciful fuckery. Damn! Powerful lines, huh?
Wow, that's like this is real attack.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. So, I'm not sure if you guys followed, but there's been these weird, annoying characters who, for some reason, has been trying to attack Rahul Mathur's credibility for some fuck reason, and it's insane to see the kind of support he has from the ecosystem. People are rallying to vouch for him, saying that they've had experiences where Rahul has added value to one of their friends or their own startup. Look at this freak, Lord Chandu. It's strange that a community manager now calls themselves a VC. And this is the post by Rahul that blew up. Look at this. The number of people pretending to be VCs or tech experts on X and LinkedIn is wild. Take Rahul, for example. Like, bro, you're running community, you're not underwriting term sheets. Anyone else sick of these fake it till you make it type people?
It's crazy how people can't see somebody doing well, and like Rahul has been so consistent on Twitter for the longest time. He always puts out the most relevant information, news, all of that. He helps out people, and some people just can't see other people succeed.
Seriously, like, who the fuck are you, dude? Like, why should we take you seriously?
Look at the account name also, no? Lord Chandu.
Fair, that's a fair call out. But yeah, man, I think full support from our side. I personally love everything that he puts out, and like avidly follow it.
Dude, and also this weirdo also ran this as a fucking ad, dude. Like this tweet of his dunking on someone, he ran that as an ad. We got VC beef on Indian Twitter before GTA 6.
One of the main sub threads that came out of this was also that is how important is community as part of VC. How many deals do it get for it? Is the funnel important?
Yep.
Is the conversion rate of a VC fund directly correlated to the funnel? There are so many connotations to it. But essentially, like, you will be only able to make good choices if you have a good brand reputation about your fund outside. You'll only be able to attract right people and right organization if you have a good support system
I
which
swear.
backs those founders.
Uh,
And on founders will only come to you if you are providing something beyond money. Like, if there are like 100 VCs
Look
in the
at this.
market.
Look at this first comment, bro. Bro, you're a retard. Take the L and delete your tweet if you have some shame. I love this kind of support, bro.
Okay, let's move on. Gold hits an all-time high.
Damn.
I have Z grams of gold purchased. My savings in gold should be Z grams into current price of 1 gram, right? That doesn't seem to be the case. The savings in gold is a much smaller number. Why is that? Misbah, Miss Shay, Pacific Leo, and Jar.
I like how everyone just wants to look at their gold portfolio the moment It's skyrocketed.
It does make sense, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Jar needs to double down on their marketing this month because their portfolio would be like all shining gold this month, all high, better than stock markets, better than FD, better than crypto, better than everything technically. So they should be doing stories with their customers saying that how your life has changed, how much they have saved, how seamless it was, what exactly do people need to do to get their journey. That works a lot, but I don't see a lot of marketing from Jar this month. That's what.
Dude, they're also trying to be profitable, so I think they're cutting down. They spend a lot on marketing over the last few years. So I think right now it's about how to. In fact, they were profitable as well, right? So I think now it's about how do you make your books better. But yeah, I don't disagree with you at all, Pavan. I think this is the best time for them to double down on what they're essentially doing. Basically, hit the iron when it's hot. Something like that is there, no, some phrase.
We got it, but
Moving on to our e-lafta of the week, Zomato's internal chaos. This is too much for me to read, so let me just summarize this. But this is pretty funny because Zomato is experiencing internal chaos and some employees have just shared their dissatisfaction. Uh, One of the crazy things is that employees are being pressured with practices like being required to order from Zomato and they're facing bans if they use a competitor service like a Swiggy or a Zepto. Internal politics, micromanagement, public degradation are the other points over here. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is somebody just trying to shit on Zomato, or there could be something into this? Have you heard something through the grapevines? Do you guys have friends at Zomato? Please let us know.
I don't
Saksham, let's
think
start
it's
with you.
entirely. I don't think this is entirely untrue. It cannot be. Like obviously, company will come out and say what they want to say, but them asking employees to potentially not order from a competitor is very much possible. Huh.
guys, you can't
Them
be that
forcing.
horrendous.
No, no, you can't. Okay, maybe you can't force them. Like some of these comments in the tweet, etc., that I've read have mentioned that, oh, they have forced their employees to order minimum 7 times a month from Zomato itself and not use competition. Maybe that's an extreme. But if you're a Zomato employee, maybe they are asking folks to not order from competition, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
They might ask or they might suggest, but I don't think so. They'll emphasize it. They will not push it, or
And you
they'll
mean
not.
enforce it? But
Enforce.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But look at this.
they'll.
Look at this, guys. Deepinder comes in once every 3 months in a sports car, lashes out, fires new people, and leaves.
Founders after DLF Camellia and IPO.
DP gets cheap thrills firing people, it seems. I had heard that they had organized a party for new joiners and fired a few people after the party. Reminds me of roadies when they would kick out people after their first day party.
उठ उठ निकल यहाँ से निकल
Wow.
But guys, it's also funny to see Deepinder's response to this. I mean, obviously he has to come out considering how much this blew up. All of this shit is utter nonsense. Neither are we losing market share, nor will we ever force our employees to order on Zomato. Freedom of choice is something we stand for vehemently. Hashtag just pay. It is embarrassing to even clarify
Wow.
this,
Where did that come from?
uh, but doing it since many people reached out to me with concern. And thanks everybody for your concern. Appreciate it. I'm an ex-woman. I'm not sure about the market share claims, but they do in fact have a rule in office prohibiting order from Swiggy, even if that restaurant is not live on Zomato. So there is
Damn.
some truth to it, right?
So looks like, yeah.
It might be a rule imposed in smaller teams by team leads. Look, it's also fair, no? Like if Zomato's team lead is saying, guys, don't order from Swiggy, order from Zomato. Sure, the act itself of telling somebody to do something and not the other thing is a little, intrusive. But the underlying principle from that could be that hey, whatever you think Zomato lacks and you need to go to a competitor, why don't you raise this internally and make sure that we have this, whether it's restaurant coverage, whether it's
Yeah.
feature, whether it's UI, UX, etc., whatever it is, right? And that's kind of fair in my opinion. Don't you guys think?
But don't you guys also think it's like 4,000 member or 5,000 member team? How would you keep a track of it? Who is downloading what? Who is say
Yeah, no,
raising
not
what?
a not a rule per se, but just like I can understand if a team lead at Zomato has said this and a bunch of employees have taken this, and a few of them have taken it so literally that they're like, bro, Zomato's management is not letting me order from Swiggy, right?
Maybe what they can do is still tell the security guard downstairs to not let Swiggy packets and Zepto packets enter the premise itself.
Bro, only you will think like this, bro, Saksham. I knew you will say something like this.
But it does. Well, doesn't it make sense? To me, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's
Imagine.
fair. He will buy and kill Zomato to build a Geomato.
This is too
Zomato.
funny.
No, think of Mukesh Ambani
Just
seeing
scroll
all of
down.
this and thinking,
Pawan, read that. Jam
Duster
Tatto.
Daddy.
no, I think so. Like Mukesh Ambani would be reading all of this and thinking like, fight for like couple of months, guys. Geo Mart is coming.
Bro, I'm going for Jam Tatto.
That's it from this week's edition of the Indian Startup Desktop. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel below. See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
But guys, tell me one thing: is this again a white label shit or manufactured in India or some innovation or?
Dude, Pawan, you keep using these words like rapper and white label too loosely, okay? Like in the last episode, you told that Uber is just a wrapper on top of Google Maps API. That's crazy thing to say, dude. Outrageous.